Good morning and welcome to the 60 Up Members Wellness Wednesday workout with Kathy Stevens. So we are rounding off the rest of this month, and this month has been all about new year, new you, setting some goals, figuring out a way to stick with them. What I would like to mention just briefly is what this is all based on. It's based on goal-based training, setting goals so that you can form new habits and hopefully have those habits turn into true lifestyle change. There's a rule I like to quote, which is called the 2190 rule. I like to round it off to 2090. But what it is that they find through studying behavior and behavior change that it takes about 21 days or about 3 weeks to form a new habit, to feel comfortable with that habit, to call it a habit. But it really takes about 90 days or about 3 months to blow that habit up into a true lifestyle change. And that doesn't mean you can't backslide and have to start over again. So think about some of the goals you might have set this month, whether they have to do with working out on the 60 Up board, or maybe a diet change, or I don't know, a stress reduction change, a habit change of any type that you think would benefit your life for the whole new you, new year. And remember that we've spent a good 3 weeks. This is actually our fourth week together focusing on goals. That's really the start of the habit. Now we've got to muscle through and try to maintain that for 90 days or a good 3 months so that we really can feel like we've made an acceptable life change that we don't have to think about so much until we backslide, or if we backslide. Doesn't mean we will. Sometimes those habits become so ingrained, so much a part of your lifestyle that you don't even think of it as a change. You think of it as just the way you live your life. Think back as a kid, maybe there was something that you loved to eat. I don't know, let's just say sugary cereal, and you never thought you'd want to give that up. And somehow over time you started finding alternative things you like to eat that felt better in your body, and you changed your palate a little bit. And then you go back to try that cereal, just, I don't know, as a change to see whether you like it anymore. And you realize, wow, how did I ever like eating that cereal? Just an example. So I'm hoping that we can have the same thing happen when it comes to exercising on the 60 Up board. Maybe it's been sitting in your closet. Maybe it's been in a corner, tucked in a room, and you've been thinking, gee, I wish I could get more regular doing these workouts, joining Dan and Kathy 3 days a week, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and or watching the replay at any time during the week that I can, but at least getting 3 workouts in a week. Maybe that felt impossible. Maybe our goal for this new year, new you, is simply to make that become a habit that ingrains to lifestyle. That you don't even have to think about it, that you pull that board out and work out at least 3 times a week on it because it's a part of your fabric of what you do in your week and your life. So that's my wish for you as we round out the new year and we finish up January, moving on to the next month, the next 30 days, the next 60 days, the next 90 days of getting more committed to working out and using this beautiful piece of equipment that Dan created, and hopefully joining us for the workout so that we can keep it fresh and fun. So enough of that. I did want to plant that little wellness seed for you on the whole 2190 theory and hope that it'll help motivate you to stay connected. I do see that Dan is in the house, and Pat. Thank you, my 2 regulars that I can always count on giving me a little hello so that I know people are out there viewing, and I know that my production is working. So you can hear me, you can see me. We're all happening live right now. We're going to get started because I don't want to eat up too much of our time in talk when we need to get moving. So I'm going to start the tunes today. I need to talk about what we're doing today before I move out. We are going to be using the tubing. You see that I have my tubing out and ready. I'm actually going to use it not attached. Okay. So you can use the short bands or the long bands. Grip is what's going to make the difference. Have them nearby though. If you don't like working with the tube for whatever reason, you can use weights or dumbbells instead, or soup can or water bottle. I love having water bottles because they do add some weight. They're usually about 16 ounces and or so that. It's about a half a pound to a pound is usually in the bottle, depending on how big it is. And then you've got your hydration in hand. So that's another great thing. Hi, Betsy. Good to see you here. And Vicky, of course. So glad to have you here. You like my permanent fixtures. I like to change my background. This is my living room, and I once in a while change it up with a little different background. But we're going to go basic white today. All right, so let's get started. Oh, the circuit, we'll use tubing, we'll use the board. What I'm going to do is mesh everything we've been doing all month. So we will do some cardio. We might throw an interval in there to get that heart rate up. We will do some strength. And of course, we'll have a really nice mobility and flexibility in the beginning and end, so that at the end, the goal of a super circuit to me is at the end of the hour, you say, wow, I felt like I worked my heart. Wow, I also felt some good tension building and some good resistance going in my muscles. And I also released, stretched, and relaxed those muscles. So a little bit of everything. Get it all. 3 birds. And wait, don't forget the 4th. We'll be working on balance because we're on the balance board on the 60 up board. All right, let's get started. I will take breaks. So you can let me know during the break in the chatter box that if my music is too loud, if anything else that you need to communicate, I'll check in with you. Let's get going. All right, gonna move my chair out of the way and join you behind your board. You'll notice I also always like to have a sturdy chair nearby so that if I get tired, I can sit down and take a little break. Not that I will, but I invite you to. So we all come into these workouts at different levels. And we all need sometimes to take breaks, depending on that level. And that's your best way to modify and grow with the workout, to feel free taking those breaks. Now notice what I'm doing is I'm just kind of lunging with a wide stance, side to side, activating those leg muscles. And then I'm also activating my hands and my fingers as I reach out and grip. From here, I'm gonna start to bend a little more into the knee and push down on the handles. So as I push down on the handles, I'm gonna start to feel some activation in the muscles of my back, shoulders, forearms, all those important muscles in the upper body, as well as the lower body, warming up, working together. Posture tall, head over shoulders. You got it. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now let's just hold. Tap that foot on the right side. Can you tap it? I know sometimes it's hard to get that ankle working in the morning. Give it a try. 4, 3, 2. Now lunge again. Take it right, left. So sometimes I laugh at a cue like, keep your head over your shoulders. I don't think it's gonna roll on the floor. But what it can do is jet forward. And I want it back and lined up over the shoulders. That's going to be so much more well aligned for posture, for neck protection, for overall strength and movement. Because where the head goes, oftentimes the rest of the spine and posture go. Hold to the right. Tap that left foot out. Good. Get that ankle warmed up. In 4, 3, 2, back to the lunges. Left, right, push down onto those poles. Feel that engagement. Let the shoulder girdle rise up and press down. Waking up that scapula and all those muscles of the mid-back. Here we go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Feels good. To the center now. Down and around. This is one of my favorite moves because it's so releasing in those back and hip muscles. You can feel it down the hamstrings, rolling through. I like to say motion is lotion, so let's get those synovial fluids, let's get that blood flow moving down the spinal column. Inhale and exhale. Loosen and limber. 2 more. Breathe with it. Last one. all the way up to tall. Let's work on the neck. Let's look right, center, left. Now, not only is this going to loosen up the neck, but it's also going to kind of wake up and stimulate your vestibular, your deep inner ear, and all those different neural connections that help with balance. Right, center, now tilt it. Take it right, center, left, right. Again. Got a kink in there, let's get rid of it. And now slow roll. Let's just take it down and around to the front. And then we're going to reverse it, go down and around to the front. Let's do 2 more, 1 in each direction. And then the last one. And now let's pay attention to the opposite end. Toes and heels moving in. Oh, look at that. Now move out. And in. Knees are bent to free up those ankles so that they can move in and out. Is that hard? It's a little tricky, right? That's okay. Out. This could be a new dance move, right? And in. All right, keep it in and tap it out. Tap, tap, tap. Feel those toes pushing down into the floor. Wake up those ankles. Good job. Now let's just focus on the right foot. Let's tap out, in, out, in. A little windshield wiper. Loosening up the hip joint as well. Let it rotate. Out, in. Chin up, chest up. All right, now the other side. Let's go. Windshield wiper. Tap, tap, tap. Can you feel that? Those muscles engaging in that shin area. So important. Keep these strong for walking gait. All right, now let's take and lift the heel. Lift the heel. Oh, that feels good to the feet. Up, down. Let the knee come forward. Let the heel rise up. Go back and think about your posture. Engage or tighten that belt around your waist. Lift the sternum and the chin. Imaginary string pulling the head up high and just kind of balancing that body. You got it. All right, now let's take it up to a slow march. Up, down, up. So it's kind of more of a lift and hold step. Good. Lift and hold. Feel that hip activate. Lift and hold. Couple more. Up. Keep that posture in mind. Chest up. Chin up. Abs tight. 4 and 3 and 2. Now light march in place. Up, down, up, down. Whew. Nice job on getting those joints moving. Now let's get that heart rate elevating. The big muscle. There we go. Up, down. Just, keep that head high, like you're going out for a nice walk, looking at the scene. I don't know, where do you like to go? Beach, mountains, maybe just around your neighborhood, checking out things. Start to feel that sensation or the need to breathe as you open up those lungs. Inhale fully and exhale. That's one of those signs that we're starting to hit that heart in terms of training. When you feel the need to breathe. Here we go. Knee up, chin up, chest up. Now as you're doing your walking, kind of pull a little bit on your pole. Pull in one arm at a time. Good. Almost like your cross-country skiing. The poles will give a little bit. Feel the little bit of contraction you're creating in your shoulders, in your lats, your back muscles. Good. Sometimes people will ask online about, well, should I have the yellow poles or should I have the metal poles? The yellow poles have a little more give. They allow you to do a little more tension creation, and they're a little less stable, which then allows you to have to rely more on your body for stability. So in some ways, they can seem to create a little more advancement in the workout. The other poles, the metal poles, are designed to be super sturdy for those that might feel like they need to start with something that gives them a better sense or safer sense of security and stability. So usually I'll tell people, if you're having trouble on the board and you feel a little shaky, those metal poles might be the right thing to purchase. And not that you'll ever outgrow them, but once in a while trying the yellow poles might add another level of intensity. 8, 7, 6, 4. How we doing? Are we starting to feel the heart rate come up slightly? A little distraction in chatter there, right? All right, let's tap up. So take it right, down, left. So we're going to stay with our cardio for right now. We want to try to get some cardio in today. Remember, it's our super circuit, so we want to do a little bit of everything. Feel like we've had a nice full workout by the time we're done. Are you warmed up? All right, so now we're going to start our first part of the circuit, which is going to be cardio based, with a basic step right leg for a minute. Up, 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 up. Now if you feel this tempo is too fast for you, then by all means just stay on the floor and march like this. Here we go. Up, 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 up. It's only a minute, so I think you can handle this. Here's where you're going to start to feel the need to breathe a little deeper. That means you're in a higher training zone. Up, up. Now, I don't need you to go breathless. I just want you to feel the need to breathe. Chest up, chin up. Up, 2. Up, 2. How we doing? You're about halfway through. Lift, lift. Chin up, chest up. It's okay to glance down every once in a while, just to make sure your foot is fully on the board, no heels hanging off, on either side of that middle red line. Up, up, we're getting there. Take a breath. One more. Stay down right here, bend the knees, bend, release. Recover a bit from this. Now we're gonna move on to my first strength move. So grab your tubing, hopefully it was hanging nearby. Hold it up here, and we're gonna take and just squeeze, release. Squeeze, release. Stand tall. Now if you wanna keep a little cardio pump going, bend the knees as well as pull back with the arms. Think about squeezing between the shoulder blades as you do this. Squeeze them back, get all those mid-back muscles working. Those shoulders. Nice. Keep your head high, chin up, chest up. Ears lined up over shoulders. Squeeze back, release. Squeeze back, release. Feel those muscles working. The goal of any part of the strength we do is to build fatigue in the desired muscle group, shoulders and upper back. Are you feeling it? We're rounding out the minute. Last one. All right, hang that up again and let's start marching. Left lead, left. So very easy, we're gonna do a left basic or stay in a high march if you don't like that quick pace basic. Ready? Here we go. Ah, 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 ah. So remember guys, for some of you, in particular, if you have some mobility issues at the ankle, this might feel a little too rapid. So just stay on the floor and lift those knees like this. Either way is fine. Up, up. The board just offers us that chance to react, to find a little balance when it's not stable. Life isn't always stable, is it? Up, 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 up. Breathe. Remember, we're for the minute, full minute. Up, up. Super circuit. Again. Up, up. Full foot on. Feel free to look down, glance down if you need to. Heels all the way to the ground on the down phase of the step. Woo, can you feel that? Working that heart, working those lungs, working those legs. Chin up, chest up. Last one. All right, walk it out or bend the knees, catch a little breath, grab your tubing while you're at it. All right, second set, same as the first, okay? We're gonna mid-back squeeze and bend the knees if you please. Good, squeeze. Now I'm gonna just turn so you can see a little better what's going on back there. Squeeze, shoulder blades together, pull, pull, good. Now remember with tubing, you control the resistance by where you grip the tube. So if it's too hard, grip out further, maybe hold the handles instead of the tube. If it's too easy, grip in a little closer to create more resistance in the material. Good, you've got this, squeeze. Try to keep your head high so you don't build too much tension in the neck while doing this. 4 more, here we go. 4 and 3 and 2 and last one, hang it up. All right, let's jump on board and rock it out. Let's go. Let's use that board to its fullest intent and shift that weight by creating tension from one side to the other. Load and press, load, press, load, press. Where are you feeling this? Feel it through your feet. Feel your toes involved. Feel your ankles involved. Let the heel come up and down a little more for a little more aggressive shift. Bend the knees. Feel the thighs contracting to hold you steady. Here we go. Keep the chest up. Keep the chin up. Come on. Let's speed it up. Go, go, go as fast as you can. Towards the end of the minute, let's really push and pull like you're running it out. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, settle out. In the center. Bend the knees lightly. Okay, this next strength move is not going to involve any external resistance because our body weight will be enough. We're going to slow squat down. Go down slow. Slow. Sit back. 2, 3, all the way down to 8. Get as deep as you can without knee discomfort. Then come up slow. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Oh, a lot of balancing going on again. Down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Stick those hips out. Come back up. You got this. Super slow squat, as deep as you can go. Here we go. 8, 7, 6, chest up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and back up. 8, 7, 6, 5. How'd that feel? Muscles a little fatigued. Let's rock it out. Whew. We didn't get too many reps in, but when you do super slow tension like that, you elicit quite a bit of holding strength in those muscles, and that can be quite fatiguing. Here we go. Push, push, side to side. Use those feet, use those knees, use those ankles, use those hips. Nice. Feel the need to breathe, guys. Let's go. Excellent. And remember, as we round it out towards the end of the minute, we are going to speed it up. Push a little. Are you ready? Set. Go. Go as fast as you can. Come on. Push it. Woo! Let's make an earthquake happen. That's it. Excellent. In 4, in 3, in 2, in 1. Woo! Bend those knees, extend. Woo! Nice and light. This is just to allow us to reposition our feet, get our breathing back into control, because that was quite the race, or quite the sprint there, wasn't it? Now go slow down. Second set of slow, deep, sit back squat. 7 and 8 up. 8, 7, 6, 5. Don't rush. Take the time. Time under tension. Again. 8, 7. Core tight. Hips back. Knees are always behind the toes. Up, 2, 3, 4. Here's where you try to get out of it quick, don't you? Again, sit back. Breathe. 6, 7, 8. As deep as you can go. Now remember, that means you want to take into consideration how it feels at your knees. If it starts to hurt, that's too deep. One more time. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Pivot right. All right. Let's push and pull. Push and pull. Good job. Put that weight in your front and back foot. Alternate, and if you have that pull, you can kind of push and pull involving the shoulder girdle on this side. Boom, back, front, back. And if you want to add a little punch to it, you can cross punch with the back arm. Boom, boom. A little 60 up boxing. Boom, boom, boom. Load up those feet, front and back. Now the last 15 seconds, we're going to pick it up a little by letting your feet come up and down. You might want to put that hand on your hips so you can focus more on stomping the bug with your feet. Stomp, 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 stomp. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Woo, all right, relax it out. Nice work. Now, take the band, place the strap without the handle under your front toe. Yeah, you're up on the board, I know, and if that's feeling a little tricky or insecure for you, then of course feel free to go on the floor. From here, we're going to do a rock and curl, biceps. Here we go. So we're going to do about 30 seconds of bicep, and then we'll do 30 seconds of rows. Down and up, down and up. Keep pressure on that front foot the whole time. Don't let the toes come up so that it stays very solid on that end of the cord, right? All right, so now let's do about 30 seconds. Change your grip, maybe grab down on the cord, rock and row. You might want to bend a little with your torso forward at the hip, but don't drop the chest. Reach, row, forward, back, Good job. You've got this. In 4, in 3, in 2, in 1. Now pump it out. Let's go. Pump it out, pump it out. Just lean in, because these muscles are strong, so let's get them to a state of fatigue. Go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! Release it. I don't often woo, but that brought a woo to me. Okay. Take it back to center and just give me a little clean it out, flush it out rock. Nice. Look at how my board has turned. That's how hard I'm working. All right, let's step off the board for a second. I'm gonna straighten mine out a little bit. And we're gonna take our water break. All right? How's that sound? Come on around and get some water. We're halfway through. Let me check in with you as well and see how we're doing. Hopefully you weren't chattering too much. Hi, Mona. And again, Betsy, Vicky, Pat, Doug. And hopefully more of you are out there. Doesn't mean you're not there if you're not commenting. And I do love to come back after class, even throughout the week, check in on any comments, because I know some people do this after the live session, and be able to respond if you have any questions. All right, guys. Whew. I like to do at least 3 sips. How about you? All right, let's get back and get going. We still have more to do. Because again, remember, my goal today is super circuit on the 60 up. What that means is at the end of the hour, you're going to feel like, I worked my heart, I worked my muscles, and I loosened and limbered and added mobility to my joints. All right, let's step on up But this time we're going to face the opposite direction because what's good on the right is going to be good on the left. Let's rock front and back. Let's push and pull through the arms, through the legs. Forward, back, forward, back. Getting ourselves back into a nice use of as many muscles as we can. The more you do, and add that punch if you like. Boom, boom. Let's go to beat. Boom. Front, back. Rock it. You got it. Front, back, front. Boom. Jab it out. Lean in. Lean back. Excellent. Notice my core, your core hopefully stays pretty solid in the middle. I don't want to see a lot of back movement. Just arm, boom, boom. Hit the spot. That's it. Give me your best shot. Boom, boom, boom. Little Tae Bo on board here. A little shout out to Billy Blanks, the father of Tae Bo. Let's do it. Front, back, front. Good. Almost there. Come on. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, lighten up. Whew, feel the need to breathe. Grab your handle. Take your time. Position it under your toe. Foam handle in hand. Let's add that bicep rocking curl. Nice. So once again, we're going to do the same thing we did on the other side. About 30 seconds of curls, and then a regrip, and about 30 seconds of rows. Posture up tall, head high, chin parallel to floor, abs tight, arm and elbow in. Give me a nice curl. That's it. We got it. 2 more. 1 more. Now lean in. You might want to regrip a little lower on that tubing so you get just a bit more resistance because the lats are stronger than the biceps, and you've got the biceps and lats working together on this one. Down, up, down, up. Good. Beautiful. Out. Keep that body leaning but stable. Let that elbow try to get up and above the height of the spinal position. So try to pull back above spine. All right, let's power it out. Come on. Up, 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 up. Come on. Fatigue the right muscles, the biceps, the shoulder, the lats. And let's do 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. All right. Wiggle it off your foot. Put it back on your handle. Come back to the center and roll those shoulders around as you slowly rock it out. Whew. All right, step the feet in. Awesome. Easy little shift of weight from a 1-to-1 or narrow posturing of the feet on the board. Chin up, chest up. How we feeling? Whew. Oh my gosh, I hooed it twice today. That's all the energy. It just comes out like that. I hope you're all having a whoo moment or a woo moment. Let's go, side to side. Feeling good, feeling euphoric. That's what helps you learn to crave doing your workouts versus avoid looking at the board because you haven't done your workout. All right, from here, we're going to tap down behind us and up, behind us and up. In an alternating lunge, you don't drop the heel on the back leg, just the toe. Toe and knees, drop. Whew. That's it. Down, up, down, up. Now again, a perfect modification to this would be to stay on the floor and just tap back on the ground, which is going to reduce some of the intensity and maybe some of that feeling that this isn't feeling as secure as I might want, or maybe my legs are just getting a little too tired. It's starting to bother my knee joint. Those are all appropriate reasons to take the modification on. Good. It reduces the range and the balance resistance. Because the fact you've got to balance that foot on that board is going to fire more ankle and knee muscles naturally. Back, up, back. 2 more. Back, up. Now leave the right foot back. Hold here, so 1 foot on, 1 foot off. We're going to exercise our core on this next one from a strength perspective. I want you to come up, lean in, and pulse the heel to the ceiling. Now, notice I'm holding my pulse, but I might want to slide my hands down. I want to keep the core strong and long. I'm going to feel this in my hip, my standing leg, as I balance the board, and I do a little lifting action, so my glute's going to fire, but I need to keep that core engaged as well. Now, if I wanted to make this harder, I could reach the opposite arm up and do the same pulsing action. But that's more advanced, gang. So opposite to the standing leg, that is. Up, 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 up. 8, 7, 6, 5. Strong core. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come up. Woo! Did you feel that in the hip? That pelvic joint? The spine, that's what you wanted. Okay, easy rock side to side. Whew. Nice. So on that last set, we did alternating lunges to get our heart rate up for a minute, and then we stabilized on the left and lifted the right. I'm only mentioning that so that I don't forget and you don't forget to do the opposite on set 2, okay? So we're gonna, on set 2, we're gonna stabilize on the right and lift the left. Remind me if I forget, okay? Back, back. Remember, the heel is gonna stay up. The knees are both gonna bend as you drop and lift, drop and lift. Try to get the foot close to the red line and make sure that top or up foot stays fully on the board, no heels hanging off. Chest high, down, up. Good. You've got this. Reduce the range of motion by either staying on the floor with both feet or just not dropping so far. If you're starting to feel too much fatigue in those legs, or that heart rate is just a little higher than you're comfortable with, or your breathing is getting a little too out of control, a little too breathless. Back, up, back, up again. We got this. Let's do 4 more. 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Now hold here. Remember, we're going to stay on our right this time. Find center with your right so the board is stable, and then lift and pulse. You might want to slide the hands down because your body is leaning quite a bit forward. Try to balance it. Good. Find that center point. Tighten your core long and strong through the spine, and just kind of do a little half lift with the back leg. And those of you, there's always a few of you that want more challenge, you can take that arm that's opposite the standing leg and pulse it up. Oh boy, this is the ultimate in stabilizing and training that core from the pelvis up. Good. You got it. Woo. Very nice. Breathe. Always know you can come back to a less advanced version if you tried the higher advanced version in 4, 3, or come out of the movement a little early. Not that this is early, this is a full minute when needed. Now just slowly step your feet a bit apart, more to the level of where those holes are, and shift right and left, give it a little break. That was a lot of work on your back, a lot of work on your hip, a lot of work on your ankle. Did you feel that? Whew, nice work. All right. We have time for one more series in our circuit, and then, as promised, a nice long stretch so that we do feel like we've addressed both strength, cardio, and flexibility with balance as an underlying element in a super circuit way today. How are you feeling? Are you ready? All right, let's step out. Let's go right, left, left, right. Good. So in and out, right, left, right, left. Now first just kind of get a sense that you can do this and not feel like you're gonna walk off board. Just rock and release. And then I'm gonna invite you to go a little faster if you care to. So out, out, in. Your choice. Now if you're going faster, you have to react to that shift of the board faster. And by lowering your center of gravity, meaning bending your knees or sitting back a little more in your hips, that's gonna feel more secure. In, out, out. Just like when you're a catcher and you know that fastball is coming. You get down low, right? So you catch it and absorb it. There we go. Out, out, in, out, in. Woo! That heart rate going up, I hope, as we work our cardio minute in. Out, out, in. Again. Couple more. 2 more. Last one. All right, bring it center. Bend the knees. Grab your band. Awesome. Nice. Okay, now, this is going to be a little eye-hand coordination. Oh, let's fish around and see if we can get our shoe in there. Ah, I caught the fish. Now, put your left foot more in the center so the board is centered. And again, remember, if this is just too difficult for you, stay on the floor and do the same thing. Pull and press. So we're going to extend the leg forward as you pull your elbow behind. Push and pull. Quadriceps, lats, biceps, rear shoulder, all at once. Out, in. Now I know it might have taken you a second to loop that foot, so I'm not counting yet. Are we all together? All right, here comes a minute. Pull, release, push into that cord. Now you can do this without the cord or the band, and it will still be a very good exercise for the leg, the arm, the core, the standing ankle and hip. You'll still get a great resistance whether you have the tube or not. Good, keep going. Out, in, press, release. Whew, how you doing? Take a break if you need it. If that leg is fatiguing, just put the foot down for a few seconds. We have about 15 seconds to go. Push and push. Uh-oh, mine's sliding off. Okay, that's all right. It slid off. I'm just going to keep going because we're almost there. Did that happen to you? It's okay if it did. Here we go. In 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Okay, I don't know. For me, this quadricep got tired with or without the band. How about you? So that was an example. If you don't keep tension, if you let that leg kind of relax and drop, then the band might slip off. So you have to be a little bit aware, keeping that nice tension in the band. Don't let it get too slack. All right, so well, you can hold it if you want because you know we're going to use it again on the other side. But let's go back to the rocking walk. Out, out, in. Let's start left. Left and in, left. Good. Chin up, chest up. Whew. Out, out, in. Wide and narrow. You probably have a little bend to your knee, not too much. At this pace, it's pretty doable without too much problem controlling that board movement. But I am going to invite you to go a little faster if you'd like to. And remember, lower your center of gravity and you'll feel more comfortable, right? All right, are you ready? Here I go. Out, out, in, out, out, in. Out, out, in. Out, chest high. 2 more. Last one. All right. Woo. Let's get that tube. Let's hook up the other foot. Now, if you had trouble fishing it, you can always just do this, right? And try to get it nicely in the middle of the arch area. Take the opposite hand, wiggle the right foot to the red line, hold high. Now see, here's where the tension has to stay. Don't let that arm come forward or the tubing gets slack. Hold the arm back as that knee is coming up, and then press and pull. Pull, pull. And once again, just the leg extension and the balance on one leg is quite taxing to the muscles, with or without the tubing. So even if that tubing comes loose, just keep going. Push and pull, push and pull. Notice my foot is kind of going down a little on the front. My elbow's going up a little on the back to create more tension. Keep your center strong. Keep your head high, your chin up. Out, in, out, in, out. Whew! How we doing? Got about 15 more seconds. That's it. Stay tall, stay level at the hips. Try to keep the board level as well. How am I doing? How are you doing? I hope well. 2 more, here we go. Last one. Whew, all right. I don't know about you, but that one really contracts my quads up and gives me a really nice sense of fatigue. Now shake out the hips a little. Just wiggle them out. Release it from that pelvis attachment down to the knee. Excellent. All right, guys, the hard work is over. It's time to stretch. I hope you feel like you've had a really nice cardio strength balance circuit. Now let's add that finishing touch for flexibility. All right. Now let's walk the feet together. Let's take the right foot, slide it back so that your heel is going to hang off, but not the ball of your foot. Then just push down into the heel with your weight. Lean back a little bit. Keep that left leg bent, straighten the right. Feel that stretch in the calf. Rise up real slow, go down real slow. So let's create a little tension in the calf, and then let's go for the release. Again, a little tension. And remember to modify the range if there's any pain. We don't ever want to stretch to the point of pain. Discomfort I'll take. All right, now hold it down. Put your other foot a little closer to the red ball and lean in to feel a nice lengthening sensation down the back of that entire right leg. Hold it and breathe. Ooh, boy, still got to stabilize here, huh? Now, from here, take the back leg and place it on the floor. Keep the front foot up kind of by the ball. Now, bend the back knee and lift the heel. And just go down and up with a slight lean back with your torso. Hold your poles and start to feel the stretch moving into this thigh of the back leg. Chin up, chest up. Just kind of tease the quadricep and hip flexor groups. Down, stretch, up, contract. Down, stretch, up, contract. Kind of like pumping it, full of fluid, full of blood, oxygen, and then we'll go for the hold. Now, we're going to hold it down. We're going to wiggle the back foot further back, and then we're going to put this hand on your left hand on your left thigh, and really work at pushing forward through that back hip and contracting the buttocks on the right side. Feel a runner's lunge position, but with a nice pelvic tilt under. So your tailbone is kind of curling under, opening up that area where your hip is, your pocket. Hold it. Breathe it. Woo! Nice job. Stay there. We worked a lot of legs today, so let's stretch them back out, okay? All right, put the heel down and lean back. Put your hip to the back wall and straighten now the left leg, the one that's been bent, and bend the right leg, and then just lean in and hold it. And feel a really nice stretch in that front leg, calf, hamstring, and hip. Breathe. Excellent. We got this. Ooh, not to forget the upper body. Let's put the weight back on the foot. Let's reach up with the right arm and over the body, stretching out those lats. And then let's just twist and turn the arm a bit in the shoulder girdle. Just twist and turn. Hold your pole. Keep that back leg grounded. Let your torso stretch. Nice. Deep breaths. Excellent. Now bring the arm back up. This time take that right arm behind you. Fold it behind. Let it just kind of rest in your lumbar spine. And then lift the chest and sternum towards the ceiling. Hold here. You can push your hip or your butt forward a little bit, continuing to open up the hip flexor as you extend the spine a bit, but feel also the opening in the chest and shoulder. Good. Hold it. Breathe it. Come back to tall posture. Take the right hand to the pole. Step up. Now we're going to repeat the series on the other leg. So slide your left foot back. Keep the ball of the foot on the 60 up platform. Let the heel press down. Bend the front or the right knee. Straighten the back or the left knee. And just stay tall here. Feel that calf muscle relax. Now we're going to do a little raise and release. What that does is it kind of greases the joints. It pumps the blood flow into the muscle by contracting and then releasing. Maybe to end up with a better or more released state at the end of the game. Here we go, end of the game. Heel down, chin up, chest up. Stretch that ankle, stretch that calf. So important to keep our calves very mobile and to keep our ankle joint very able and mobile. That's it. All right. So from here, slide the front foot up a little closer to the ball. Step the back foot onto the ground and bend the back knee. Let the heel come up. And just give me again that little pumping action down and up by bending the knees, tilting the pelvis under as you go down, starting to feel the stretch elicited in this quadricep hip flexor group. Keep your head high, your chest up. Nice. Now this time stay down. All right, come forward into a runner's lunge. Push that pelvis forward towards knee. Your hand can go on your thigh to help you really focus in on opening up this hip pocket. That's it, straighten the back leg. Feel the stretch, calf and hip. Beautiful. Inhale and exhale. Keep your head high, shoulders neutral, abdominals engaged. All right, switch the direction of the hip by going back through the hip to the back wall, straightening now the front leg that's been bent and bending the back leg. And lean in over that front foot, or front thigh, I should say. Try not to round your back on this. Just feel a nice lengthening down that front leg and hamstring and hip. Hold it. Beautiful. Sit into it. Breathe into it. Feel the calf stretch. You can pump that foot if you want a little bit. Again, sometimes I do it for distraction purposes. So maybe you're not thinking so much about what you're feeling in the hamstring because you notice a movement in the calf and the ankle. But either way, it's a good way to extend the stretch time and add a little bit of that contract release to the muscles. Beautiful. All right. Let's go ahead now. Come up. Upper body. Don't forget about that. We're going to reach up and over. Now your board is tilting, and that's okay. You can let it ground out and just let it help with the curve. Right there through the torso. Nice deep breath. Inhale, exhale. I always like to hold for about 20 seconds, 20 to 30. That's about 3 to 5 deep breaths, by the way. And then bring it up. Place it behind you at your lumbar area of your spine. Center your body a little. Lift your chin and chest up and push your hips a little forward towards me. So you'll continue stretching the hip flexor as you extend the spine, thrusting the hips or pelvis a little forward, opening up that shoulder girdle by having that arm behind you. Beautiful. Chin up, chest up, and breathe. Again, hold and breathe. One more deep breath. Awesome. All right, bring that arm around. Shake it out a little bit. Put the feet on the ground. I don't know about you, but my ankles got a little hot there from stabilizing. So let's roll them out. Get that circulation going down to the toes. Other side, roll it out. Feel good. Motion is lotion, I say it a lot. Can you feel how that's true? Roll it around, all of a sudden some of that fatigue exits. Back to the center. All right, now let's do our spinal rolls, because I always love the way that feels, especially at the end of class, when everything has been activated, blood flow is at its height, body move is so much smoother. Good job. Let's go down with that nice flat back and then roll through. We are almost done today, guys. Last Wellness Wednesday of the new year, the new month of January. But I will be back to continue the habit in February, because we want these habits to become just part of our lifestyle. Permanent change. New you in the new year. All right, let's come back up to standing real slow. And let's go back to that nice neck roll that we did in the beginning of class. From down and around to up and over. Doesn't the neck feel better now than it did at first? I don't know about you, but mine does. Sometimes I like to make those comparisons. So you really do set the message for your brain to remember what you did today as something that felt good. It doesn't matter how hard it is. At the end of the day, if it doesn't make you feel better, it's going to be very hard to form a habit to come back and do it again. So think about how good you feel right now. How accomplished, how loosened, how limbered, how strong. And then let's do one more roll to the center. Bring the head up. Find perfect center posture. Ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips, knees in the direction of the toes. Let them drop the heels a bit. Just pound that nice posture in place. Think about how you feel right now. Supercharged, super circuit charged here at 60 Up. Thank you for joining me. This membership means so much to me, and hopefully it does to you as well. It's the difference between a piece of equipment and a program. So make sure you come back every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or catch us on the replay. Here we go. Inhale up. Exhale, float down. And give yourself a big hand. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Vicki, I am so glad that you are here today. Betsy, Mona, Debbie, thank you for that shout out. I always appreciate knowing you like what I came up with today. And of course, Betsy. And don't forget, those of you that are silent watchers or watchers on the replay, make your comments. I look forward to seeing them and responding to them. Let's be a team. Let's stay together in the new year, form those habits, make them permanent lifestyles. That was our goal today. All right, signing off. Kathy Stevens, Wellness Wednesday. Shout out to Dan, wherever you are. Hope you are having a good time. All right, take care.